Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into cultural variations in attachment styles. While Mary Ainsworth's strange situation was groundbreaking, did you know that attachment styles can look different depending on the culture? We'll explore the famous study by Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg from 1988, discuss other research including Simonella et al. From 2014 and Jin et al. From 2012, and examine the strengths and weaknesses of these studies. Let's get started. Welcome to Life TFA. It is because this life is lived at 3 levels: as we think, as we feel, and as we act. I am Amit. I have some experience teaching, training, and talking about behavior, mind, brain, psychology, and psychiatry. I'm here to dive deep into these issues with you. Attachment theory suggests that all infants form bonds with their caregivers, but how these bonds manifest can vary across cultures. Parenting styles, societal norms, and cultural expectations influence attachment patterns. To explore this, researchers have studied attachment types in different countries. Let's start with one of the most influential studies in this area: Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg from 1988. Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg conducted a meta-analysis of 32 studies across 8 countries, involving nearly 2,000 infants. They aimed to determine if attachment types, secure, insecure avoidant, and insecure resistant, were universal or culturally specific. Here's what they found. Secure attachment was the most common type in all cultures. Insecure avoidant attachment was more prevalent in Western cultures like Germany. Insecure resistant attachment was more common in Eastern cultures like Japan. Variations within cultures were often greater than variations between cultures, showing that cultural diversity exists even within a single country. In 2014, Simonella et al. Examined attachment in Italy using the strange situation. Here's what they found. Secure attachment, at 50%, was still the most common, but it was lower than in previous studies. Insecure avoidant, at 36%, was higher than expected. Researchers suggested that increasing numbers of working mothers and early childcare placements may have. In 2014, Simonella et al. Examined attachment in Italy using the strange situation. Here's what they found. Secure attachment, at 50%, was still the most common, but it was lower than in previous studies. Insecure avoidant, at 36%, was higher than expected. Researchers suggested that increasing numbers of working mothers and early childcare placements may have. Jin et al. In 2012, studied attachment in South Korea and compared it to Ainsworth's classifications. Their results showed that secure attachment was the most common. Few children were insecure avoidant, a pattern similar to Japan. More children showed insecure resistant attachment, likely due to cultural practices that emphasize close mother-child relationships. Several other studies have examined cultural variations in attachment. Grossman and Grossman in 1991 found a high percentage of insecure avoidant children in Germany, reflecting the culture's emphasis on independence. Takahashi in 1990 reported high rates of insecure resistant attachment in Japan, possibly due to the rarity of mother-infant separation in Japanese culture. Tronick and colleagues in 1992 studied the Ife people of Zaire, where infants were raised by multiple caregivers but still formed primary attachments. These studies provide valuable insights into how attachment varies across cultures. Here are some strengths. Large sample size. Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg's study used a meta-analysis of 32 studies, making their findings more reliable. Cross-cultural understanding. These studies challenge the assumption that attachment behaviors are universal, showing how culture influences caregiving and attachment. Practical applications. Findings help inform parenting programs, childcare practices, and even policies supporting working parents. These studies provide valuable insights into how attachment varies across cultures. Here are some strengths. Large sample size. Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg study used a meta-analysis of 32 studies, making their findings more reliable. Cross-cultural understanding. These studies challenge the assumption that attachment behaviors are universal, showing how culture influences caregiving and attachment. Practical applications. Findings help inform parenting programs, childcare practices, and even policies supporting working parents. However, these studies also have limitations. Imposed edict. Many studies use Western design methods, like the strange situation, which may not be valid in non-Western cultures. For example, in Japan, infants rarely experience separation from their mothers, making the strange situation more stressful than intended. Within culture variations. Even within a country, differences in parenting styles exist, making it hard to generalize results. Overgeneralization meta-analyses combine studies from different researchers, which may have varying methodologies and sample characteristics. So what can we take away from this? While attachment styles exist across cultures, their prevalence and expression vary due to cultural norms and caregiving practices. Van Isendorn and Kroonenberg's study gave us a broad understanding, but newer research like Simonella et al. 2014 and Jin et al. 2012 shows that attachment is constantly evolving with social changes. What do you think? Have you noticed cultural differences in attachment styles? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more psychology content. See you next time.